Listen, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. Listen, DDG, I hope that you're not trolling, but it sounds like you're not trolling because it's not a joke. He called Reggie from Baltimore a B-I-C-T-H. I don't care what nobody say. If a man call you a B-I-C-T-H, that is the same as calling you a woman. So at the end of the day, I don't think DDG is playing. I think what happens is he's high off the money. He's abusing the mother of his child, and he wants to abuse more people. But the only problem is we don't even have a lot of streamers from Baltimore. Other than Reggie talking about you are just only here on this earth to pay women bills, that's the only thing that he said. And I was like, I don't really agree with that. Other than Reggie hanging out with Kai Cenat getting humped in his butt, I think Reggie, if you watch this video, if it makes it to your front office, separate yourself from these cross-dressing clowns. You hang out with Kai Cenat, he was Batman, you was Robin, bro. You from Baltimore City, you should know better, bro. You should not be involved with anybody that got humped in a butt. You can't say Kai Cenat did not get humped in his butt. Now, let's get back to DDG, why he big mad. 9 out of 10 these guys, they play with women, they procreate, and then when a woman moves on, they feel some type of way. So Halle Bailey right now is in Italy. I need to go to Italy for real because Italy looks beautiful. She's on the yacht in Italy with the man of her choice. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, DDG is big man. Your son is around another man. This is why I can't really hang out with anybody with a kid or a child or any fathers. No disrespect, but they bitter. It's just like, yo, when it's all said and done, if you don't treat your woman right, this is what's going to happen. And I'm going to say this again. If you don't treat your woman right, this is what's going to happen to you. So while you have an opportunity, I know a lot of people sending me emails, I'm getting married. Treat your woman good, because if you don't treat your woman right, somebody else will treat her right. That's what it is, bro. Like when it's all said and done, women with kids, I don't want you guys to understand, don't get it twisted. I talk to women with kids. I just let them know it's not going to be anything serious. Most guys, when they meet women with kids, what they want to do is they want to set them and dream like, oh yeah, I'm going to be the next dad to step up, knowing they only want to make a squirt. I don't do that. But do I know women with kids? Yes. Do I financially support and help women with kids? Yes. But at the end of the day, I let them know I don't want anything serious and I'm not really trying to meet your child. But when it's all said and done, women with kids, they do have men out there that literally want to date them. I don't want to date a woman with kids, but if a woman with kids, if she's going through financial hardships, would I help? Absolutely. Absolutely. See, people like to take my message and they like to take it with a grain of salt and run with it. Oh, he doesn't like single mothers. I help single mothers. Literally, I don't want to talk about things that I do, but I will literally send a single mother on a girls trip with her girls before I help a grown man that's talking about he waiting for his 40 acres of mule and reparations. Now, when it's all said and done, this is the streamer Reggie to the left. He's from Baltimore. And DDG is bitter in general because it's the mother of his child. First of all, DDG can't even go to Italy without strict restrictions. Imagine a woman took your seed and hit you with strict restrictions. But just like my father, I feel like the kids don't need to be around their dads, man. A lot of these dudes are really bitter men in general. And what is the purpose? I feel like the woman, even though they probably procreated with them, they see the future and the damage of what these guys will actually do to their kids. And I feel DDG will harm his son. I do feel that. I feel like on stream, when the stream is off, I feel like DDG will verbally abuse his son. I do feel that, just like my dad. My dad, listen, military man, retired. He can still go on any military base till his day. In the words of Deontay Wilder, till his day. But outside the military, if his soldiers had to figure out how he was treating his son, they would be like, wow, you can't be an army man with treating your kids like that, because the army is known to treat their kids good. When it's all said and done, we never took any pics with my dad in his military uniform. So what does that tell you? Obviously, he kept us away from his career, his lifestyle, because if we came around, Lord knows, he probably know me. I would have been like, man, this dude ain't been around since 1995. So with that being said, let it breathe. Now, Reggie is pretty much saying like a lot. Listen, Reggie, you never needed these guys from the start. This is why I'm making this video, because so many young men, they see opportunities in collaborations. Shout out to all my guys. I tell all my guys, don't collaborate for this reason, because when you collaborate, 9 out of 10, most people, they gonna feel some type of way. Now, DDG calling this man broke. This man from Baltimore City. This man is a literal mob boss. If you can stream in Baltimore City and nobody messing with you, that's equivalent to being a billionaire. Baltimore City, you cool. If you don't look like you getting money to stream in Baltimore City and the city mess with you, like DDG can't understand that because he's from Pontiac, Michigan. So at the end of the day, he's just looking at his life and he's not thinking about the outside world. And that's what people do. They like to downplay situations. I'll tell you one thing. If this is a real beef, DDG will never go to Baltimore City. I'm telling you some real stuff. If it's really a beef, DDG will never go to Baltimore City. If DDG goes to Baltimore City, I am telling you, that will be his last stop. And he's mad right now because his woman is getting oiled up in Italy. Bada bing, tomato. DDG is tight. He tight right now. He just cut his hair too, and a new dude who came through, he got the locks. You know DDG going through it. And to all you guys out there, people got kids, stay away from them, bro. DDG, brother Dub, his baby mom was begging for a Range Rover, you know what I mean, on GoFundMe. Like, she's literally begging. So these guys are all dubs. DDG's a dub. But what happens is people see. Now, I do give credit to DDG as far as, you know, his hustle. He does. I mean, he streams more than he's a father, which is backwards. But that's what happens when you're first generation money. When you're first generational money, the money is more important than your woman. It's more important than your son. Because it's like, we got to keep this going. Now, this is DDG right now. He's talking about, oh, man, you got to see me with the hands. Listen, he can't touch Reggie. If he touches Reggie, this is going to be a war. This is going to be a war. And a lot of people don't understand. When I went on social media and I called out the person that I called out, Dexter Laboratory, that wasn't between Louisiana. That was between me and one Caramel Rolo. I wasn't on talking about, oh, no. Listen, when it's all said and done, Baltimore is a territorial city. They don't give a damn about no DDG. Dudes in Baltimore, we got to understand this by a port. We have millionaires. Rayford Evans just died, but he was down the street in D.C. So Baltimore City, we have millionaire drug dealers. We have millionaire drug dealers in D.C., Baltimore. It hits different. But he from Pontiac, Michigan, so this dickhead is not going to know. He's only thinking with his D. That's why now he has no visitation to his own seed. Because he doesn't understand there's a bigger world out here. He's just thinking L.A., Miami. I understand that's cool and all. But what happened when Baltimore dudes see... Listen, you got... A lot of people, they let the money get to their head. This is why I want to make this video. I want to tell you guys, make the money, don't let the money make you. So many times people make the money and then they let the money get to their head. No, screw that. When it's all said and done, DDG is barking up the wrong tree and DDG will get put in a DDT. A lot of people feel some type of way about what happened to Halle Bailey. I'm one of them. Now, as far as his streaming, listen, I'm a streamer, so I look at, okay, potential earnings, what you could make. But as far as that Halle Bailey situation, everybody know he did it, bro. Everybody that's not afraid to say, and shout out to Reggie, you can't have fear in Baltimore City. Like, if you got fear in Baltimore City, you better move to the county because it's just a city where it's just like everybody is just going to tell it how it is. It's a tell it how it is city, and I'm blessed to live there from 18 to 23. I had a gun pointed to my head and I had to pack my bags. But you know what? Shout out to the Wolves of Baltimore City. At least they were cool enough not to gun butt me. At least they were cool enough not to shoot me. And trust me, those guys are assassins. When you are their target, they finish the job. They will even flip the fish tank over. People can laugh, but at the end of the day, guess what? I was so cool coming outside, earrings on, chains on, diamonds on, trapping in my Jordans. You feel me? So at the end of the day, shout out to the Wolves of Baltimore City. They still let me breathe. It could have ended bad. It could have ended worse. So it is what it is. I ran with the Wolves. And I'm not talking about Anthony Edwards. And I'm going to say this again. We really ran with the Timberwolves of Baltimore City. And I ain't talking about Anthony Edwards. So with that being said, here is Dub. He's a dub. He's a whole dub. This guy talking about, have you ever beefed with millionaires? Man, Baltimore City ain't care about no millions. You come up to Baltimore City talking that talk, I'm telling you, bro, stream in Baltimore. Go live stream with security guards with no guns. These guys are walking around with big, good-for-nothing dudes. These are not even armed security guys. These guys are walking around with security guards that don't have the license to carry in different states. These guys are walking around with guys that look like me. When it's all said and done, Dub is a dub. Your baby mama, your child don't respect you. Even your son told your mom, I want to kill my mom. Your whole family's a dub. The DDG family, they're a dub family. They're a dub. They're acting ignorant, but DDG he's literally into his studies. My man graduated valedictorian. My man is not who he pretends to be. DDG, that whole family's weird. His sister, her boyfriend be talking about, oh yeah, I want to get some coochie tonight. And Dub be like, yeah, smash my sister. They're Illuminati out. They're sick. They're all sick. The DDG family is a sick family. Dub is sick. The sister boyfriend is sick. DDG is sick. How you gonna sacrifice your sister? You guys have to understand, all these dudes are sick. All they want to do is fight at DreamCon. These dudes was looking like Meek Mill's early 2016, 2017, Meek Mill's Tiffy. They were walking around like the dream chasers at DreamCon. This is a clowned out family, money or not. Money cannot erase the clown activities. That's what you guys have to understand. DDG is a huge clown. You got to hit up Halle Bailey because you can't control her. The name of the game is control. DDG likes women he can control. And he takes 20% from every female streamer. Who takes 20% for people they want to see win? At the end of the day, DDG is a clown, Dub is a clown, and all of them are clowns, but they don't represent Pontiac, Michigan. This is why I want to shout out Pontiac, Michigan, because what happens is when it comes to stupidity of ignorant people, what happens is the city tends to get connected with the ignorant moves of streamers, not of my bosses, politicians, but no, of streamers. So I want to take my time to shout out Pontiac, Michigan, or Michigan in general, Detroit in general, not to compare, but when it's all said and done, DDG in Pontiac, Michigan, he was a good boy. Like, he went to school, he did what he had to do. I don't care what nobody said. In order to get a 3.0 or 4.0 in school, you were not wild. Like me, I was wild. I cannot sit inside of a classroom. I cannot do it. I was the smartest kid in math. I was homeschooled. I was trained to be a part of the elite. I was trained to be a Manchurian candidate. I cannot sit down in the class. I was homeschooled. All I know is doing my homework on the bed. All I know is doing my homework in the kitchen. I'm not trained to be in an MK Ultra program scenario. People don't look at it, but college is literally like a training ground. It's the Matrix. You got to sit down in the seat and listen to a lecture. Screw that. I've never been that. So if you can actually get a 3.0 or 4.0 as a man, it goes to show that you are not really a wolf. You're not really dominant because you can sit down. Most guys that are really on edge that would straight rip your face off, these guys cannot sit down. And that's how most melanated men end up in jail. Most guys that are dealing with predators at home, predators in the neighborhood, predators at school, they're on edge. There's no peace. So if there's no peace, there's war. How could you sit down when you're at war? And we're going to talk about why a lot of melanated men go to jail, or just men in general that are abused, single mothers bringing in all type of men inside the house, people get in touch. These kids are at war. That's why education is more female driven. It's more female based. A woman can sit down to get her Chanel bag, to get her Gucci Louis. They can sit down. Guys that are made to come outside like gorillas and lions, those guys cannot sit down in the seat. When you see guys like Barack Obama, these are not guys that they're not the wolves. They're sheep turned into wolf. That's why he's getting used. Guys like Donald Trump, all these guys are not really wolves. They're sheep. Real wolves are really in jail, and nobody want to talk about that. Real guys that are really active, real guys that are really lit, real guys that are Tokyo drifting and they're not in Tokyo, let it breathe.